Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. This is a bit of a different one. This is the first edition of the month review thing that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking over here a lot because I've got a script over here on my laptop screen, which is right next to my phone camera thing. So, October was a weird month. Lots of highs, lots of lows. And in this video I will go over a bunch of different things that happened last month from all over the world, from the YouTube channel, stuff, just, I will cover the YouTube channel stuff later, so if you want to skip to that, totally fine. But if you're interested in some of the real life events, keep watching. One of the things that happened this month was the Rugby World Cup. This event happens every 4 years, as you know if you follow sport. Football, rugby, World Cup every 4 years. And this year it happened to take place in France. It ended around about the middle to the end of October, with South Africa taking home the victory against New Zealand in the final. It was very intense, that final. It was very action-packed, but South Africa won by 1 point. I felt really bad for New Zealand. I was kind of rooting for them to win because South Africa kind of beat Scotland earlier on in the World Cup, so kind of hoping that South Africa would get beat, but they won. Well done, South Africa. Don't do it again next year. Next year? In 4 years. 2028. October is, if you didn't already know, Black History Month. It's devoted to education about the history of black people, celebration of their unique contributions to history. As a history addict myself, I'm really into history. Black history and African American history, that it does actually interest me a little bit. You should look into their history a lot, especially in America, the struggles they went through, the struggles they still go through today. It's really difficult for them, and we're not really helping them as much as we'd think and we'd want. We could definitely do more to help them. One, by not being racist, but I mean, if we haven't figured that out already, we never will. So the world is a fucked place, but they have definitely contributed to history a lot more than a lot of white people. I mean, look at Martin Luther King Jr., for example, and Nelson Mandela. Really big historical members of the black community did really well. Nelson Mandela, if you didn't know, he was held in prison for God knows how long, and he was still the first black South American president. I think I've got that right. Apologies if I don't. I know he was the first black president of somewhere in Africa. I think it was South Africa. But the more you know. Dyslexia Week was in October as well. It was organised by the British Dyslexia Association. It's an annual event to raise awareness of dyslexia. I know a few people that struggle from dyslexia. I kind of, a little bit, not a lot though. I'm still okay, but a few of my friends struggle a little bit. But every year the British Dyslexia Association, or the BDA, produces resources and shares information with teachers, employers, and the public, just to highlight different dyslexia-related themes, maybe to inform people more about what it is and how people struggle with it, how people deal with it. It's quite interesting. You should look into it if you haven't already. It's quite interesting. Halloween, the worldwide celebration of all things spooky and scary. Halloween is actually thought to have its roots in the pagan festival of Samhain, which was a type of harvest festival. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I myself, I'm not really a fan of Halloween, so this topic doesn't really interest me. But you should look up some videos or information things about the Samhain festival. It's quite interesting, and obviously Halloween's celebrated with trick-or-treating, dressing up, and decorations and whatnot. It's been going on for how long now, and depending on how old you are, you've lived through a couple of Halloweens, I would imagine. 2023 Ballon d'Or ceremony definitely brought some of that mixed emotions I was talking about at the start of the video for every sport fan around the world. Almost all of the footballing fans I think they wanted to see Lionel Messi win his 8th Ballon d'Or after the World Cup, the Copa America, the Finalissima, brilliant performances with Argentina, brilliant performances with PSG right in the second season at PSG, and even the Leagues Cup with what's their face, Inter Miami, but that was out of the slot which they thingy. But he did really well for club, for his national team. Brilliant performances all year round. Others thought Erling Haaland deserved it. I mean, I don't blame them, he had a stunning debut season at Manchester City, winning the treble, etc. He won the Golden Boot, the Premier League Golden Boot. He won the Champions League Golden Boot as well, I think. In the end, however, Lionel Messi deservedly won his 8th Ballon d'Or. I would also argue Lionel Messi always performed well in the key moments of the game. So if you look at the World Cup final, for example, he scored, 2 goals? 2 crucial goals for Argentina against France in the World Cup final. He scored in every round of that competition, every game, not every game, but he scored in the group stage. He scored in the round of 16, he scored in the quarter-final, semi-final, and the final. He was man of the match in the group stage, round of 16, quarter-final, the semi-final, and the final. Man of the match in every round of that competition. Haaland, however, if you look at City's semi-final and final in the Champions League, for example, didn't score. He didn't score in the final. Rodri scored in the final. Yes, Rodri. So, I mean, understandably Messi won it, but I would also argue Julian Alvarez. How did he finish in the Ballon d'Or ranking below Kylian Mbappe? Yes, Mbappe had a great season, but if you look at Julian Alvarez, first time in the Premier League, he wins it. First time in the Carabao Cup, I think it was, they won it. Or it was the FA. First time in the Champions League, he wins it. First time in the Finalissima, wins it. First time in the World Cup, and he wins it. And he created chances all throughout the season, he scored all throughout the season. I think he gave a couple of assists as well. How the hell did Mbappe did nothing close to what Alvarez did at City, even at Argentina at times. Don't get me wrong, Mbappe's performance in the World Cup final sent shockwaves through everyone. Everyone who wanted Argentina to win. He definitely did try and stop them. But honestly, I'm glad Argentina won the World Cup. I'm glad Messi won it. His career, he's completed football. He's not got much else to do. But I'm glad he's still playing. He's taken on a new challenge at Inter Miami. So, who knows what's next. Another tragic moment from October was Matthew Perry's untimely death. Matthew Perry was best known for his role of Chandler Bing in the hit mid-90s, early 2000s sitcom Friends. He sadly passed away on October 28th. It was suspected that he drowned in his hot tub, while others think murder or suicide. Some think there were drugs involved in his system, and we won't know until they've thingied his autopsy or whatever they're doing right now with him. I mean, he was arguably one of the funniest actors to ever step in front of a camera. He brought so much joy and laughter into the world, especially for me. He helped me through difficult times. If I was upset or feeling down or whatever, I'd stick on Friends. Done. I was happy. I was fine. I was laughing. I was enjoying life. He will be greatly missed by all those who not only knew the man behind the camera, but those who found solace in watching him on screen, whether it's his channel on Friends or whatever. There will never be another actor quite like Matthew Perry, so rest in peace, big man. Hope you're finally at ease, and yeah, what a guy, man. So a few things happened for my YouTube channel last month as well, and here are some of those things. Started a new FIFA 23 player career series. Honestly, the Ronnie Cresswell player career series has been doing so well so far, and I'm proud of how far along the series has come. And I really hope it'll continue even further. I'm hoping to take this career all the way through to season 10 or 15 or whatever it is FIFA forces you to retire. And I would like to, after his player career is done, I would like to develop him into a manager as well. So create a manager under the name Ronnie Cresswell, and it be Ronnie Cresswell. And he tries to become the best manager in the world, and then after that, best club owner. Where we'll create a club on, it'll probably be EAFC 24, that's a mouthful now, Jesus. And we'll see if we can make him the best club owner. So, there's a lot you can do with a FIFA career series, especially if you start off as a player. You can develop him into a manager, into a club owner, etc, etc. So I'm hoping that is my goal for the Ronnie Cresswell player career. The thing that happened is that we hit the 40 subscriber goal mark thing last month, and I'm very happy with this outcome. I hope to increase that number over the coming months. As of when I'm recording this, we're up at 41. My next goal is 50 by January 2024. I've given a month window because, understandably, I don't want to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to make it look like I'm being cocky. Oh, we can do this in like a month. We did this in a month, we can do this in a month. Not necessarily the case. October must have just been a pretty successful month in terms of my YouTube channel. So I really hope we can hit the 50 subscriber mark by January 2024. It's alright if we don't, but I hope we do. Overall, like I just said, I would say that October was pretty successful in terms of my YouTube channel and Lionel Messi winning his Ballon d'Or. But a sad month in general, with the fact we lost a legend of acting and of comedy, and a man who brought smiles to millions of faces, a man who helped people overcome addiction, and much, much more. Matthew Perry, age 54, you were and always will be the funniest actor to ever live, in my opinion, okay? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe if you're new. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.